I'm the nature nerd, and I want to show you how nature engineers, evolves, designs, and survives. And I want to show you just how cool all of that stuff can be. In the last episode, we talked about the 10 unifying principles, which were the 10 most common behaviors and patterns observed by scientists throughout nature, and they dictate how nature builds, grows, and evolves. These rules are what I like to call the building blocks in the 10 unifying principles. They're the 3 most basic rules that dictate how nature grows its bodies and structures. The first rule is that nature uses the most abundant and easily available materials it can find in order to build itself. Imagine trying to utilize something that's rare or hard to get. That would make life a lot harder for most creatures. But by utilizing things that are nearby or easy to get or really, really abundant, it makes building your own body and surviving much, much easier. For example, shelled creatures like mollusks, clams, oysters, and mussels utilize one of the most abundant elements on the planet Earth to build their shells, calcium. And in fact, most vertebrate life uses it too. It's in our bones, milk, and a lot of other things like keratin. Calcium is super abundant, which makes it a really good building material. And with a little bit more chemistry, super, super strong. The abalone, a type of mollusk, has a shell that's 200 times stronger than even our most technically complex ceramics. And they do it all using ocean temperature water, pressure, and heat, where it takes us rare materials, massive amounts of heat, pressure, and industrial processes. The second rule is that nature utilizes safe, passive chemistry. What I mean by this is chemistry that doesn't require any extra energy put into the reaction to make it work. If you utilized strange chemistry, extra heat, or rare materials, that would make life a lot harder to live. All animal life and all natural life uses the same process of passive chemistry. We don't need extra heat or energy or rare materials to build our bodies. We use what's around us and what's readily available and easy and safe to use. The third rule is that everything gets recycled. In nature, there's no such thing as a waste stream. And in fact, what we consider waste, excrement, scat, dead plant material, or dead animals, often becomes the food or building blocks for the next creature, plant, or thing. The waste streams in nature are circular, meaning that the waste of one creature becomes useful to something else. Though we think it's gross, most scat and decomposing bodies are broken down by worms, insects, and bacteria, and other scavengers that then recycle it back into dirt. This circular waste stream, or circular stream of materials, reinforces the first rule, using what's most abundant. By recycling that most abundant material, it ensures that it's useful and usable for the next creature. And by utilizing safe and easy chemistry, it makes sure that those elements and materials aren't transformed in some way that then can't be used later. As we'll see in these videos, the rules nature uses to govern itself are often circular, looping back on themselves in complex ways that reinforce them and make these rules more and more usable to more creatures. And I love thinking about how human beings can utilize these rules to improve our own systems and institutions. I think implementing good, easy chemistry, circular waste streams, and easily manufacturable products wouldn't be so bad for our planet and the current problems of pollution.